The nature of space finite or infinite. When we gaze into the night sky, we see stars, galaxies, and endless darkness stretching in all directions. This leads to the fundamental question: is space infinite, or is it finite but unbounded? According to current scientific understanding, especially Einstein's theory of general relativity, space can be curved. If space is positively curved, so like the surface of a sphere, it might be finite in size but have no edge, much like how you can walk around Earth indefinitely without falling off an arch. On the other hand, space could also be flat or negatively curved, suggesting it might be infinite. The key point is that modern cosmology doesn't require space to have an edge. This idea is counterintuitive because in everyday life, everything we know has boundaries. A table ends, a house has walls, even countries have borders. But in cosmology, edges don't necessarily exist the same way. Space could simply go on forever or loop back on itself. Either way, asking, what lies beyond, only makes sense if there is a boundary. But what if there isn't? The illusion of beyond, human perception and dimensions, the very idea of beyond, is tied to human perception. We evolved in a three-dimensional world, where every object we encounter has a clear inside and outside. But space may not obey these rules. If space has no edge, then the idea of something existing outside of it may be meaningless, like asking, what's north of the North Pole? In mathematics and theoretical physics, higher dimensions can exist without being perceivable to us. For instance, a 2D creature on the surface of a balloon would think its world is all there is, yet the balloon exists in 3D space. Similarly, our 3D universe might be part of a higher dimensional structure, a brain, floating in a higher dimensional space called the bulk. See as described in some string theory models. In this view, what lies beyond space might be an entirely different kind of dimension we cannot perceive, not with our eyes, nor with our most advanced instruments. This challenges not just our understanding of physics, but our entire way of thinking. Scientific theories, multiverse, bubble universes, and higher dimensions. Modern cosmology offers several bold theories that try to explain what could lie beyond our universe, even if space has no edge. One such concept is the multiverse theory. According to inflationary cosmology, during the Big Bang, different regions of space could have inflated into separate bubble universes, each with their own physical laws. These universes might be completely isolated from one another, meaning we could never interact with them, but they could exist in a greater cosmic structure. Another idea comes from string theory, which suggests that our universe is like a three-dimensional membrane or brain floating in a higher dimensional space. In this framework, what lies beyond might be other brains, other universes, or even entire systems of physics completely unknown to us. While these theories are speculative and not yet proven, they offer intriguing possibilities about what might lie outside our observable universe, if anything at all. Importantly, none of these theories suggest a traditional ode to space, but rather that space is part of a broader, possibly infinite structure. Philosophical and metaphysical reflections beyond science. The question also delves into philosophy and metaphysics. The human mind has always struggled with the idea of infinity. It's a concept more mathematical than physical in our experience. Ancient philosophers like Aristotle believed the universe was eternal and had no boundaries. In contrast, religious and spiritual perspectives often imagine realms beyond space, heavens, other planes of existence, or spiritual dimensions. Even modern philosophers ask, is our universe all that exists, or is it a simulation, a projection, or a small part of something vastly more complex? These questions can't be answered by telescopes or equations alone. They touch on the limits of human understanding, where science meets wonder. Just as people once believed the Earth had an edge, only to discover it was round, our understanding of space may be similarly limited by our current tools and ideas. Perhaps what lies beyond is not a physical location, but a deeper truth about the nature of existence itself. The edge of knowledge, why the question still matters whether or not space has an edge, and what, if anything, lies beyond it, remains one of the most profound mysteries in science and philosophy. We may never know the full answer, but the question itself drives innovation, curiosity, and exploration. Humanity's desire to understand the cosmos has led to incredible achievements. Space telescopes, particle accelerators, gravitational wave detectors, and quantum theories. Every time we push the boundaries of knowledge, we get closer to understanding our place in the universe. Maybe there is no beyond, or maybe the real edge is the limit of our imagination. As our technology improves, we may one day discover something so profound that it reshapes our entire understanding of reality. just as the discovery that Earth orbits the Sun once did. Until then, the question, what lies beyond space, reminds us that the universe is not just vast in size but in mystery.